So I would encourage everybody to get involved and reach out and help out their communities in any way they can. So, and you get back more than you give. So when you're doing those types of things. On one, it's small Milwaukee, where I mean it's a big city. I mean it's a big urban area. People, it's not that big. People know other people, and that's just great. And it's nice to be in Milwaukee when you're studying history, and you can walk down the streets and you kind of know what took place, be active in the community, feel a part of it, make other people feel a part of the community. So that's really important.
I just wanted to talk about, or to really tell, that I have seen history work and how important it is. It is, and I am so grateful that the Milwaukee Historical Society is doing this. But I also want to say that it's not just about buildings. It's just not about the fluff or the things that people wore or did or used. It's what their thoughts and feelings were and how they responded to what was going around them. In Carl Jung's autobiography, he was talking about his own spiritual and cognitive development. And I think that that's one of the things that perhaps these awards are doing, is helping people who you all think have made an impact, how it really happened. It's not what jobs they took, it's not what this or that or thing. It's the realization of the importance of community. It's the realization of importance about who you've met and who you've been able to learn from, and what you've been able to produce that will last, perhaps. And it's interesting because one of the things that I think that I did that was important on Brady Street was bringing people together around their memories and then having that laid out in our green flow so that people can have the memories of the different buildings. Like this was the first children's hospital here, and this was where you could buy accordions back when accordions were important. And these were all the different people that we had on this street as it would change from Polish and then to Irish and then to Italian and the marks that each people left and what they left with them. One of my favorite, and I'll close with this. One of my favorite quotes is from William Faulkner. The past is not dead. In fact, it's not even past.
$150 years ago, prominent Milwaukee women decided that running their households and their children was not their main focus in their lives anymore. And they decided to meet in each other's homes and educate themselves further. After that number grew into the 90s rather quickly, and they decided that they needed their own clubhouse. So they formed the very first female-owned stock corporation in the United States, and they built this beautiful building. This building we're in today has always been the Women's Club of Wisconsin's building. It has never been owned by anybody else, operated by any else, or had any other business in it other than the Women's Club of Wisconsin. So to me that is just thrilling. And all of this was done before women could vote.
Every time I walk through the doors, I feel a warmth and just this genuine invitation to be here. Mm-hmm. A welcoming of, I don't know you yet, but who are you? I would like to know you. And it felt really good. Mm-hmm. On top of that, they say you are who you surround yourself with. You are the company you keep. Gosh, these women, these members, we have men as well. These members are inviting and benevolent and inspiring and They are the very best of who I would want to surround myself with. And I appreciate so much that good energy in this world. My hope is to maintain and to grow a thriving membership base. We just are a very welcoming organization. We would love to see more people explore and enjoy the benefits of being here.
I can make a difference in Milwaukee. I can do this whether I live in Waukesha County, Ozaukee County, even in Racine, is that I can be engaged in things here in this city and truly make a difference without having millions of dollars to spend. I can give my time, effort, skills, energy, and then make a difference.
It's very powerful.
It is, and that's the whole reason why I am part of this organization that is the Women's Club of Wisconsin versus a community organization.
These members really step into their power and for the good of others. So we're grateful for the recognition, to shine a light on the history of our club.
To accept this award in recognition of Dad's design of this mural. People Helping People represents pride and belonging and a connection to our shared community and helping one another. The mural's message is one of cooperation and service. The mural is relevant today as it was back in the 70s. And it's also amazing that the Tega ceramic tile, manufactured by Milwaukee's Allen Bradley Company, has survived the test of time just in the color and everything else that it's still maintained. Dad said that Milwaukee was always good to him and his artwork, and that Milwaukee always welcomed him. Just maybe a short background on Edward Cathany. He was drawn to art at an early age. As a child, he participated in Park District art programs. Later in life, he joined the Army and served in World War II as an Army combat medic in the European theater, where he was awarded a Bronze Star and combat infantry medals. He studied art in Europe after the war, then came back to the States. Back in the States, Dad met Mom while they both worked together. They married, and Mom was his biggest fan and his greatest source of encouragement. Dad worked in advertising for years, then later went into business for himself. He developed his signature style of hardline Americana, which is the style that the mural is currently in. He lived his life doing what he loved, and he is fondly remembered by his family, including his children, his grandchildren, his great-grandchildren, who will now carry on the Cathany name. It is our hope that the mural will continue to enhance Milwaukee's landscape, even as the building's future remains uncertain. Thank you again for recognizing this, and we humbly accept the award in Dad's name. He would have been extremely proud to have been awarded this.
There's a realism, there's a ground to Milwaukee. And the thing I perhaps love most about the city, aside from the fact that I was born and raised here, is that we really have a rare combination of large and small. Here we are, with big league culture, restaurant, theater scene, professional ball teams, and at the same time, rush hour, certain freeways kind of down. That's can be difficult, but compared again to Chicago, we are blessed. Nothing's too big, nothing's too small. And that's rare. That's a really sweet spot. Not many of those cities have. So I would hope that Milwaukeeans would appreciate that more. One thing I would hope as well is that we have a greater sense that we are all in this together. The Black community here especially. After deindustrialization, has had just a world of hurt, and there's an awful lot of positive things going on as well. But the fact that we have, such a long period of transsegregation and kind of economic travail, I think that's something we need to realize and say, we need to have some things that make things better here. I think that's something else that lives more completely. And you use the past to inform that, you use the past to give it context, use the past to give you a sense of connection, but don't live there. You know, you kind of, that's where you came from. It gives you some sort of a pathway in some ways to where you're going. I have had a partnership with County Historical Society that's been productive and very enjoyable for going with decades. You know, going back to my master's thesis back in Jones Island. So I feel very grateful, you know, for the partnership we've had for all these years.